Ryder, we scooped him up. I'll tell you a little bit more about me first or after, but out of Napa Valley. So he's been in Napa Valley 10, 12 years-ish, and he is moving. He's moved to Nashville. He's kind of hanging out in Atlanta with us, but he brought his wife and kids to Nashville and is going to oversee 3 of our restaurants, and that's the Optimist, Leilu, and Star Rover. So I hope he's excited.
Yeah, I just saw my family. I just was at my house, which I can't even find unless Siri tells me, but it's in Brentwood. And I have 3 little kids and beautiful wife, and we love the area. It's kind of a two-sided coin. I fell in love with the area on an all-guys tour, and it's a pretty amazing on an all-guys trip to Nashville. It's definitely a see. I'm really fortunate to be a part of your guys' community. So thank you.
Well, before we talk about crab, because we have a difference of opinion. So if anyone knows Atlanta or Houston, I grew up in Houston and now we have 15 restaurants now, I think, and mainly in Atlanta. And my passion is not necessarily everything all about me. My passion is people, like finding people like Ryder or finding people like I've got in the back right now tonight who are just super talented and putting them in restaurants and letting them do their thing. So, and I'm really excited to be working with him as well. So the Optimist is, anyone been to the Optimist in Atlanta? All right, we got a few. Okay, good. You're in for a treat. So Optimist was our 3rd restaurant and is our best performer and had the greatest awards. We were best restaurant of the year by what magazine was that? Esquire. And then Bon Appetit Hot 10 list. So that one, I don't know, struck a chord. We got lucky and it was great. So we really want to do that in Nashville. Leilu is going to be upstairs. So we're over in the meatpacking, the Neuroff complex over there. Well, actually right past that. But Leilu is going to be this bougie, leather, vibey cocktail bar with obviously some raw stuff, seafood components. So it's kind of a sister or brother to the Optimist. And then we're going to do Star Rover. Star Rover is kind of our play on a honky tonk meets a taqueria. So it's going to be fun, casual. And the story, but every restaurant we do, I'm going to tell you about this, and why a taco. We always have to make a story of, and it's usually BS. Sorry, but it's this. Say this guy started. He wants to have this live music venue, but he doesn't want to cook, so he hires Julio over here to be the cook for this venue. And we love tacos. I mean, I think. So that's kind of the story, because if you go to Robert's or wherever, they all have this little snack bar in there, and they're like frying chicken tenders or grilled cheese sandwiches or whatever, you know. So it's kind of our play on that, and it's going to be fun. But there's a difference of opinion, and we got to get y'all going here for a second. So who here? We're gonna talk about crab, but who here clap if you like? If blue crab is your favorite, and been in Atlanta for 20 years, and blue crab is definitely what's around us. But I really love Dungeness crab. He's from California, and he really likes blue crab.
Blue crab is sweeter and definitely more finesse oriented. Dungeness crab is just a big honky, dry.
Oh, but it's so good. It's so good.
Not true crab.
Oh.
Blue crab is where it's at, and there's no soft shell Dungeness crab either. So it's a.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. But the one thing I do know about crab is, and those of you who like to cook, crab is something not to be messed with too much. You know, all you want is just a little bit of accent. I don't know if you agree, just a little bit of accents of some citrus, of maybe a little shallot, a little bit of herb, definitely good olive oil. And that's what makes it zing. So definitely don't, when you're talking blue crab, don't get this blue crab that comes in the tin that you kind of open up like a beer can, you know what I mean? That is like pasteurized, it's probably from Vietnam, and it's just no good. So make sure you're getting the good stuff that comes in the plastic tubs. Look at the date on it, and don't break it up too much. There's going to be more shells, okay, in the good stuff. There's going to be a ton of shells in the good stuff, so it's a little bit more work. But there's going to be like no shells in the Vietnam crap, because I don't know. I think they breed them with no shells somehow.
And actually, a little trick they can use if you have a high school student is you can use their black light, lay the crab meat out, and then run the black light over it, and all the shells will glow. And you can remove them right away.
Yeah, yeah.
Little trick.
Yeah. So there's this salad called a West Indies, and I'm starting to see it pop up on menus. West Indies salad, when it's really a crab salad that was started or supposedly invented in Mobile,
Alabama.
Yeah, Mobile, Alabama, back in the 1940s. Now you're nodding your head. Does that mean you know about it? Yes. Okay. Well, so what I've noticed about it is it again, I mean, this is back in the 1940s. They're not overdoing it. So basically, they're just taking good lump crab meat. There's some sort of acid, like whether it's a rice vinegar, white vinegar, a little bit in there. The citruses, this has got a little tangerine that was in there, and I think you've got a recipe on the back of your card. I mean, I think that's really good. Also, I like to, and you guys are listening. I didn't think y'all were going to listen, but these microplane zesters, and this is not on the recipe, so this is a little secret thing. So I always like to utilize the skin, not the white part, but the skin. So if you're making a salad dressing or anything like that, not only use the juice, but use the outside when making whatever you're making, because that's where all the oils are, and that's where it all comes out. Then it gets a little bit of shallot, and just tiny bit, a little bit of just chopped herbs like parsley, like a flat leaf parsley, maybe some dill, chives, stuff like that. Tarragon would be great. And then all I do is just a little fresh cracked pepper, Maldon salt. My wife carries Maldon salt with her. It's sometimes embarrassing at restaurants that are my friends' restaurants, because she pulls the salt out on the table, and the chef is like so offended. They're like, "Ford, what's going on with your wife? Why is she bringing salt to the table?" I don't know, but okay. And then a little bit of olive oil. Well, maybe not a little bit of olive oil. Maybe a good bit of olive oil. And that's really, that for me, also in the classic recipes, they're calling for just a little bit of sugar, and I imagine that's just trying to sweeten up the crab by just a little bit. So, and then what we kind of try to do is, we make these little homemade saltine crackers, kind of just, you want to do the caviar?
Yeah, a little bit of caviar on there.
And we can put a lot of caviar on there, chef. How about that? So just kind of, this is something super easy to do at home, and you can make it, you can stick it in your fridge, and then right before people come, you just build them, and that is it. Can you see it somewhere? Not working. Okay, sorry. Who wants to eat it? You may not want to eat it because I didn't measure anything. So, but that's it. We're real. Everyone asks why Nashville, and I think every restaurant that I do is a place I want to go to, and not only in Nashville is it a place is the restaurant a place I want to go to. It's a town I want to go to. I love music. I love the people of Nashville. I think we've noticed that the people in Nashville are very just real and down home, and I don't know, it just really works.
For me, it's refreshing for the last 12 years in California and most of my childhood in Virginia, just to come back and experience the Southern charm and hospitality, where people look you in the eye, people open the door for you, people use manners. You kind of forget how long, what a distance that goes in your psyche.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, that's it, and I hope you guys enjoy the dinner, because there's someone working in the back that probably need us.
Thank you.
But
it's great to be here on campus and back at MBA. It's wonderful event, and I've actually never been to one of these before, but it's pretty impressive and nice to be here. So I've had the great pleasure of working with Ford Fry, the chef here tonight, and we've designed 3 restaurants with him over the years, and and they've all been, Ford is an amazing creative force. He's not only a great chef, but he has big creative ideas behind his restaurants. And it's not unusual to get, for me to get a text in the middle of the night or some image that he sends about whatever kind of big concept he's having ideas about. So it's been a lot of fun. And the restaurants that we've worked with him have all done really well. And we've actually, one of the favorite award that we've ever won as a firm was a James Beard Award, which we won with one of Ford's restaurants in Atlanta called St. Cecilia. But he's a great guy and a great friend and a great chef, and I hope you enjoy his food as much as we've enjoyed working with him. So thanks.
Thank you.